very proud of our guys. The energy level that they came out and played with today, the first SEC home game, it matched the crowd. There was, I think, a lot of energy, a lot of adrenaline going on. We came out and delivered the first punch, and to the credit of Kevin and his kids, they responded the right way. But I always say the game is two halves, and in the half we really want to win is that second half. And I thought the second half was a game of runs. They cut the lead to 1, and we had a group out there I thought that really brought great energy. I thought Michael Qualls, I thought played really well when he came back in the second time in the second half. Bobby Portis was just active all night. I mean, he was the bell cow. He was the guy that we went through, and a lot of his was on offensive rebounds. He did a good job of going off. He had 9 offensive rebounds. So when you attack that glass in that magnitude, some good things are going to take place. And so we got to the free throw lines and we made our free throws. But it was a total team effort. We ratcheted up on our defense, just really getting in the passing lanes and just making it difficult for Vandy to run their stuff. In the second half, they got a little bit more comfortable in running what they want to run. They ended up shooting over 50-some% from the field. But when you look at the possession game, I think it goes to our advantage, and that's the biggest difference in the game. I thought our defense, the intensity, was really outstanding today.
Bobby makes those steals and dunks. That's something you usually see guards do, or guys like Qualls. You don't see a lot of 6'11" guys making plays like that.
Well, Bobby, to me, his versatility, those are the things he can do. And a lot of the offense that Vanderbilt runs, it went through their forwards. So he did a good job of anticipating and getting the passing lanes and touching the ball and coming up with them and finishing on the break.
Something different from him in terms of his assertiveness down on the block? It looked like he was more aggressive once he got the ball in his hand.
Well, our guys did a good job of getting it to him. I thought he felt that he had an advantage, and I think it's smart basketball to take advantage of that. And I thought he played strong. He wanted it. He played strong, and when the double team, triple team came, he actually just passed the ball to open guys. So again, he was engaging in this game, no question about it. And we know he's been having a tremendous year so far, but this performance tonight was very outstanding.
Was there an effort, because like maybe the first 5 minutes of the second half, I don't think he touched the ball. Was there kind of a concerted effort to get him the ball more?
Well, coming out, that's what worked in the first half. Him touching the basketball. They went to a zone. I thought we were kind of reluctant to shoot the basketball. We had open shots. I thought we were reluctant to shoot the basketball, so we're just passing around the horn. But then we started getting the ball, I think, into the center of the zone. I thought Ja'Cory Williams played one of his better games. Probably played more minutes than he's played. He was a fixture on defense. He was the guy that was in the middle of that zone, breaking it down, making shots, making some nice passes to Bobby for the finish. Again, we did a good job of attacking their zone.
Was Moses' lack of minutes just because of Ja'Cory and how well he was playing?
Well, Moses got in foul trouble early on, and I thought Ja'Cory just gave us. He had it going on. I thought he has energy. I thought he was engaged in the game, and we saw him with that unit, and he was on the front of the press, just really causing havoc out there.
Bobby missed his first 2 shots, and he had like a little internal talk to himself about having to pick it up. Is that he said he does that every game? Is that something you know about, or what do you think about Bobby doing that?
I just tell him to keep talking to himself. He's doing a good job.
You guys outscored him 31-9 and points off turnovers. How big was that?
That was critical. I thought it was very critical. We were trying to dictate the tempo of the game. And so to create turnovers and to capitalize on them was big. And I don't even think there was something we didn't capitalize on. And then, of course, the rebounding. You get into the offensive glass and get into the defensive glass. So if you can, in those departments, if you can do what we did tonight, then you're going to be successful. And we were successful tonight.
Coach, you called for fans to come here tonight. They were rewarded. What kind of fan atmosphere do you expect the rest of the season?
Oh, I'm so proud of our fans, and that's what I expect. I guess I'm a little different. I think I heard Bobby out there talking on it. He said, they talked about the numbers that was here, and I'm like him. I want to see it. I want to see 20,000 in here. That's how I am. So, but not only they showed up, I thought they showed out. I thought they were really engaged from the tip of the game, and our guys fed off of it, and our guys were on full display. It was a well-played basketball game against two teams that are playing well.
And Landis, he'd been really hot, and then he struggled today. What you think of his game?
Well, that happens. That happens. I mean, he just couldn't get it going. You know, sometimes you want to do something so bad, and you could see it. You could see it. You know, if you can come out and make that first play, that first bucket, or it could get you going. It didn't take place for him, and it just seemed like he was out of rhythm. So therefore, it wasn't his night. It was somebody else's night, and that's the beauty of our basketball team is that, you know, given what he had just gave us in Georgia, and then he comes in this game and he don't play anywhere close to that. But guess what? Somebody else steps up, and that's the beauty of our basketball team. Ja'Cory Williams, I thought he played lights out for us.
What you think of Kai's game?
I thought Kai played well. I thought Kai was out there, you know, with Jabril. I think that's a good matchup because Jabril kind of commands and get people in the right place, and now Kai don't have to play with the ball as much. And so now he's at 6 assists. That's pretty good numbers there. And then, of course, he was the guy that was made some big shots for us as well. He was rebounding the basketball. Defensively, I thought, you know, we had 23 deflections at halftime, and I bet you he had like 5 of them, you know, at the beginning of the game. So I thought his defense was really, really good tonight, and it's been like that for the last couple of days in practice.
How many deflections you guys had for the game?
I think we ended up with probably 42 or 43, something like that. Just active. In the second half, we came up with some of those deflections.
Coach, how encouraged are you as far as this team moving forward, knowing that you had to go on a 7-0 run at Georgia, get the win in the waning seconds, and then come back tonight, and Vandy gets within 1 point, and your team's able to be resilient and pull it out and go on a run?
It's good to see them respond. I think that, you know, when adversity comes, you want to see how your team will respond. And we got the right guys responding the right way. And they're doing it with their defense. I mean, when they cut it to 1, it looked like I look up and it's I think it's like an 8-point game, and then all of a sudden now it's 10, it's 12. So the pressure defense, I thought the conditioning part of it was a big factor in the game. So it's a game of runs, and we feel like in that last 10 minutes that's our time. And tonight, I think it was really on display tonight. You know, we had a group out there where Vanderbilt made the run back, and then we came back in, I think, with Mike, with Bobby, with Kai Madden. Those guys had been sitting there resting, and Jabril, and they came in, and Ja'Cory, and they came up with great energy.
Coach, do you feel like the half-court offense is less reliant on the 3 than maybe y'all have been in previous years?
Could you repeat that?
Do you feel like you're less reliant on the 3 at this point in the half-court offense than maybe you have been in some previous years?
Coming out, I think we're playing different from the standpoint we started inside out. I think that's been the biggest key, the difference here. We're starting inside, and so we're trying to get some touches in there. We have some advantages in there, so that makes sense. And so, and I know we can shoot the basketball well even from the perimeter. I think today we only shot 14 of them. So that tells me we're attacking. We are an attacking team, and that's when we're really, really good. And to get to the free throw line 28 times and make 21 of them, I'll take that versus a team that that's what Vanderbilt does. They've shot almost 100 more free throws than their opponents. So for us to get to the line and to win the rebounding battle and the turnover battle, that's a recipe for winning.